fusilli is a home run. I love to entertain.
This looks awesome.
Whether it's a retro dance party, backyard campfire, and you get the perfect bite of s'more each time.
Oh, wow.
My own little film festival.
Yay!
Or a paint party for Jade and her friends.
That looks so pretty.
I've got tips and ideas to get the party started. From menus to themes, decorations, cocktails, and take-home gifts.
Bravo. Grazie.
The best ideas always make their way into my kitchen, where the party truly comes to life. Cheers!
Cheers.
Today I'm throwing a party that celebrates two of my favorite foods, pizza and pasta. Got a little bit of pasta with eggplant and sausage over there. I've got a make-your-own pizza bar with every topping you can imagine. All right, guys, so allow your creative juices to flow. Simple decorating ideas, and a take-home gift that's made from scratch. Pomodoro sauce.
Grazie.
Love it.
Prego.
It's my pizza and pasta party, and you're invited. I think everybody loves pizza and pasta together. I think they've actually become an American tradition. They're no longer seen as Italian dishes. They are everybody's food. When I was a kid, my grandfather would start with pizza and cut it up in little squares, and that would be sort of our appetizer, and then we'd move on to the pasta course. And so I took that as my inspiration to create this party.
But look how beautiful these look.
I thought it'd be really fun to do a pizza pasta party in the kitchen.
Our pizza's gonna be 20 pounds.
Yeah. So I wanted to make one pizza that everybody could enjoy while they're kind of creating their own, and I wanted to also make a pasta. My menu offers the taste of Italy. I've got sausage and eggplant fusilli. It's a playful, twisty pasta tossed with my rich and spicy sauce. My cheesy lemon pizza is a yummy appetizer that's loaded with triple cheese. And my grilled radicchio with ricotta salata is a hearty salad with a smoky bite. For the pasta sauce, I use the large eggplant, and with the large eggplant, you have to salt them to take out any of the bitterness that might be in the eggplant, and then fry it. I think it's phenomenal, and it makes for a great pasta sauce. I started browning some sweet Italian sausage. We're cooking the fusilli, and now I've got a whole eggplant. I just diced the eggplant, put a little bit of salt to take out any of the bitterness, and then you want to pat it dry, and now we are going to throw it in with the sausage. So eggplant like this is something that Italians make a lot. This in a pasta, it's so good. But the trick is you gotta kind of saute it with some oil and some fat. That's why we're sauteing it with the sausage. And we're gonna add a little bit more oil because the eggplant's like a sponge and it absorbs all the flavor. So you wanna make sure that there's enough oil in the pan so it can fry up. All right, so now it's gonna cook with the sausage. In the meantime, we're gonna chop up a shallot and garlic. And you can kind of do a lot of this in advance if you wanted to, make the sauce, and then this is even a dish that's great for leftovers. A lot of times I'll reheat this for Jade, and it makes for a great lunch the next day as well. You can chop or slice the shallots. What's great about shallots is they're super mild and they just kind of melt into the sauce, which is why I like using them more than I like using onions. They're sweet. We'll leave that there for a minute. And then we're just going to do one garlic clove. A lot of times the sausage has a lot of seasoning in it, so you don't want to overpower it with too much garlic. So one clove is plenty. And I don't even chop it up. Just smash, peel, and get it into the pan. And the eggplant and the sausage act like a bed for the shallot and the garlic so that they don't burn. They slowly cook. A little bit more salt, because I want to make sure that the eggplant have lots and lots of flavor. All right, time for some tomatoes. So I have 1 can of cherry tomatoes, and you can get these a lot of time in Italian gourmet markets. It's harder to find them in regular grocery stores, but you can always use regular canned tomatoes if you wanted to. Just break them up a little bit more. The cherry tomatoes are super sweet, so they give the sauce a little bit more sweetness than you would get with regular tomatoes. I just want to break up the little baby cherry tomatoes a little bit. So it's not like a heavy red sauce, but it's more of a stained red sauce. Okay. We're going to get prepared to add our pasta. Let's see how our pasta is doing. Our little fusilli. They should be ready. Al dente. And we're gonna add the pasta right on top. And we're gonna add some pasta water as well. And the pasta water is one of the biggest secrets to a great sauce. And it just adds so much to the pasta sauce itself. And then we're gonna use just a little bit. You kind of have to play with the pasta water and kind of see how the sauce is doing. We're also gonna add a cup of smoked provolone. Provolone and eggplant are a marriage made in heaven. So anytime you're using eggplant, you should always add some provolone. It gives smokiness to the eggplant and to the tomatoes. It makes for a fantastic pasta, I promise. It's so great too, because when I was a kid, my mom couldn't find a lot of these cheeses. And nowadays you can find so many different types of Italian cheeses in the grocery store. It makes cooking a lot more fun. And of course, some Parmigiano Reggiano. We'll melt it right on it. And then what you want to see is, how is the pasta doing? If it gets too dry, then all you do is add a little more pasta water. Right on top, just like that. And the pasta water will melt all the cheese as well, and so will the heat. Look how beautiful this looks. Yeah! This is the perfect pasta to go along with all our pizzas today. One last thing to do, make sure that the flavors are all blended really well together. The smoked provolone with the eggplant and the sausage is a home run. Alright, up next, I'm gonna get started on my cheesy lemon pizza. It's a bright, cheesy appetizer that will put your friends into a pizza-making spirit. Time for my cheesy lemon pizza. You kind of have some bold flavors, and then you have this lemon pizza, which is super light, cheesy, but still light, no tomato sauce. So a little bit out of the box, but then very citrusy with the cheese. So it kind of is light, but decadent. So I'm zesting some lemon into a cup of ricotta. What we're gonna do is just add 2 teaspoons of lemon zest. So usually that's about from 2 medium-sized lemons. We'll leave those over there. And next we're gonna add a little bit of dried oregano. And the oregano is potent, so it's a little lemony. And it works really well on this pizza because it works with the ricotta, gives the ricotta and the lemon like a little bit of body, a little bit of herbiness, but it's dried, so once you put it in a hot oven, it doesn't just burn up, it actually adds a lot of flavor. And some salt, just to season the ricotta cheese. Make sure the ricotta is at room temp, it makes it a lot easier to mix everything together. Basically, I'm going to add 3 different types of cheeses to this pizza. The ricotta, the mozzarella, and then we're going to finish it after it's baked with a little Parmigiano Reggiano. So lots of cheese. Okay, so I have some store-bought pizza dough that I rolled out. I put a little bit of olive oil on the sheet pan just so the pizza doesn't stick. And pizza is something that I had a lot growing up. My grandfather being from Naples, and really the best pizza in the world is from Naples. So usually with always the traditional margherita of just mozzarella and tomato, but I like to try new flavors and new toppings, and this is one of them. I think it's really fun. I love white pizza. This could be a great breakfast pizza too. You can even put some bacon on it. It'd be really great. Okay, so just spread it out. And now we're gonna add some mozzarella cheese. And I just wanna cut it in half and just lay it down. And it'll slowly kind of melt into the ricotta. Great, so we're gonna pop this in a 450-degree oven for about 20 minutes. So my pizza's baked, and look how beautiful it is. And it smells like lemon and oregano, basically. So now what we want to do is grate a little bit of Parmesan cheese right over the top, a little Parmigiano. Then, a few little red chili flakes. And this is optional, you don't have to do the chili flakes. If Jade were going to eat this, I probably wouldn't do it. But since she's not going to be here, I think it'll be really fun to have a little spice in the cheese. A few little basil leaves right over the top. It'll give it sort of a bright, summery flavor to it. It makes it look very pretty. I want to finish it off with a tiny bit of olive oil, just to give it a little sheen. I love my olive oil, my Parmesan cheese, and my lemon. So, take a nice sharp knife, and we're going to cut it Roman style, or the way my grandfather used to cut it. Growing up, my grandfather always cut it in squares, because he felt like you could get more pizza for everybody if you cut it in squares. And it's true, and it's a little bit of an appetizer. Little squares works perfectly. Just cut it like that. We'll just take these and put them on our pizza peel, just like that. We'll put the little basil back on. The trick to this is to use a sharp knife, or you could use a pair of kitchen scissors. Either one will work. All right, up next, I'm going to make a perfect salad to go along with all my pizza and my pasta. It's grilled radicchio tossed with some of my favorite Italian flavors.